this is the formula here. C is the coupon or the interest payment. Okay, C is the interest or the coupon payment. Now, since this interest is paid to you on an annual basis, or sometimes on a semi-annual basis, it represents an annuity. Okay, so this is the formula for the present value of an annuity. 1 minus 1 plus r to the power negative n over r. Okay, so then plus the maturity value. Okay, when the bond matures, okay, you'll be paid the face value or the par value of the bond. This is what we are putting in this here, the face value. Okay, the face value of the bond, or you can also put the maturity value. All right. Now, since that is a one-off payment, that's why we're multiplying it by this formula for the present value. Okay. So basically, the logic here is the price of a bond is equal to the present value of all the interest payments that you're going to get in the future, plus the present value of the face value that will be paid to you when the bond matures. Okay, the value of a bond is the present value of all the interest payments that you'll be receiving in the future. Okay, the interest that you receive in the future, you convert it into today's value. Then also, when the bond matures, when you're paid that face value or the par value of the bond when the bond matures, you're also converting how much that will be in today's terms. That's the whole logic behind getting the value of a bond. Okay, you're just getting the present value of all the present value of all the money in the future that you receive. You want to find its value today. So here we've got a bond of a face value 100,000 kwacha. Okay, the interest rate of this bond is 10%. The rate or the discount rate, okay, R is the discount rate, is 8%. Okay, the length of the bond, 5 years. Okay, so after 5 years this bond is going to mature, and when it matures you'll be paid this 100,000. Now what we need to find out is how much is this bond. Okay, how much is this bond which matures in 5 years, okay, and has a face value of 100,000 and pays an interest of 10%. So the first thing, you always need to get the interest payments or the coupon payments. Okay, it's just the interest rate, coupon payment, coupon or interest payment, because the interest rate multiplied by the par value of the bond. Okay, par value, face value, same thing. Okay, this is how much you'll be paid when the bond matures. So our interest rate is 10%. Okay, so we're getting 10% of 100,000, which is 10,000. Okay, so every year we're going to be receiving 10,000 as interest. Okay, yes. Now we need to find how much is this bond worth. Okay, so as I said, it's the interest payments multiplied by the annuity factor. So these 10,000 that we'll be receiving in the future, we're converting them into today's value. Okay, now here make sure when you put this in the formula you're using the discount rate. Don't use the bond's interest rate. No, the bond's interest rate is just to get the interest payment. Now when you find the bond value, you're going to have to use the discount rate, which is R. Okay, so as you can see here, 10,000 multiplied by 1 minus 1 minus open brackets 1 plus R. R here is 8%. Okay, 8% in decimal form is 0.08. That's how we've got this 1.08. Okay, we just added 1 plus the rate. The discount rate is 0.08, which is 8%. That's how I get this 1.08 to the power -5. Okay, the length of the bond over the discount rate 0.08 plus the face value 100,000 multiplied by 1 plus R, which is this 1.08 to the power -5. Okay, so here are some of the calculations. 1.08 to the power -5 is 0.608. Okay, so here this calculation will break down like this: 10,000 multiplied by 1 minus 0.6806 over 0.08 plus 100,000 multiplied by 1.08 to the power -5, 0.686806. Right? Yes. So when you do this tabulation here, where have I gone? Yes, when you do this tabulation here, you get 3.93. Okay, 10,000 multiplied by 3.93 plus 100,000 multiplied by 0.6806, you get 68,060. Alright. Then 10,000 plus multiplied by 3.993, you get 39,930. So 39,930. This is the interest that we'll be receiving in all these years. In today's value, it's 39,930. The face value of the bond in today's terms, it's 68,000. So 39,930 plus 68,060, you're going to get 107,990 kwacha. Okay, so this is how much you're paying for the bond. Okay, and here we say the bond is selling at a premium. Okay, a premium basically means the bond is selling more than the par value. Okay, you're paying 107,990 kwacha. Then for 5 years you'll be receiving interest of 10,000. Then on the 5th year you receive your last 10,000 interest payment and the par value or the face value of the bond. Okay. So yes, this bond is selling at a premium. It's greater than the par value. What you're paying for the bond is greater than the par value. So you say the bond is selling at